Will you find out before Sherlock who soaked up Mrs. Hippo?
Oh, yummy! Oh. I say ee. I say oh. I say oh, 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 oh. I say high and low. Oh. Oh. By all the hair curlers. Oh.
Good morning, Mrs. Hippo. Wow, how do you do that? It's too cool.
Oh, I don't do it on purpose. This is awful.
Oh, yeah?
Come in, it's open.
Good morning, Sherlock.
Good morning, Hermione. What brings you here?
The wind of rumors. Have you heard the latest?
Lion wears a wig?
No, everyone knows that.
Bird of Paradise decided to paint something else but himself?
Really? That would be a scoop.
Yes, but it's a joke. It'll never happen.
No, actually, it seems that Bobcat is a real fan of plastic surgery. He may have had his mustache and his claws redone.
If that's so, the result is disappointing.
They also say that the warthog took a bubble bath with lavender last week. Pretty wild, huh?
To be honest, Hermione, I don't much like rumors.
Who said that I danced in a tutu every night in my own room? Come on, out with it.
Hey then.
When it comes to rumors, one must strike the real culprit, whoever is the source of the gossip. I learned that the hard way. This is Sherlock Yack. By all the trees and all the zoes, I'm on the go.
It's a detergent crime. I want the culprit to end up with hair and skin all over.
Come now, don't worry. We're going to investigate.
So, Dr. Beaky, what is your diagnosis?
Well, it's clear that here we have an aggression performed with a liquid containing mineral salts. A soap attack, you might say.
Fine. Tell us everything, Mrs. Hippo.
It's quite simple. I brushed my teeth like I do every morning, and I've been bubbling ever since. It's a disaster.
This is what was used to commit the crime.
The toothpaste was replaced by something else. By the smell, I'd say some liquid soap. Ocean mist.
I use it in the living room. It really smells like the sea.
Let's take a closer look, shall we? It's elementary, my dear friends. The criminal emptied the tube of toothpaste and replaced it with ocean mist liquid soap.
You have to be ingenious to do something like that.
Very true. It's an important clue. Good deduction, Hermione.
Who could have done such a horrible thing? I thought everyone loved me in the zoo.
I'm not too sure. Since I've been assistant shampooer here, Mrs. Hippo has started lots of rumors about other people, including me.
A rumor like the one that says you sleep with a cuddly toy and suck your thumb, for example?
That's not a rumor. It's quite true.
Well, maybe the bobcat and warthog didn't appreciate the false rumors you've spread about them.
That was you?
I can't help myself.
Well, I suppose we have our first suspects. Bobcat and Warthog. Investigation open.
Hermione, have you heard the latest?
If it's about Bobcat or Warthog, I already know.
No, it's about Sherlock. They say he's so bad at sports that he's never made a basket in his life.
What's that? That's outrageous.
Really? They say a child can do better than you.
Who has dared say that about me?
Sorry, I never give up my sources. Bye!
I don't believe it.
But, it's kind of true, isn't it?
True or not, I want to know what scoundrel started that rumor, for he will pay.
It's true that Mrs. Hippo trims my mustache every day.
And she spread a rumor according to which you had your claws and mustache redone.
Which is totally and utterly untrue, my little Caroline.
Hermione.
And did you know Mrs. Hippo's toothpaste was sabotaged?
She ended up washing her mouth with bubbly liquid soap.
It serves her right. It's what my mother used to do when I said bad words.
Could you show us what kind of soap you use to wash with?
Of course. I'll be right back.
I can't wait to nab that awful gossip monger.
Bobcat?
Whoever said I couldn't play basketball?
Here we are. It's ocean mist scented soap. Take a whiff, my little Jacqueline.
Hermione. absolutely right.
Thank you, Bobcat. We'll leave you now.
Oh, not so fast. You can have a cup of tea.
And why not?
Oops, clumsy fool. Wait, I'll make some more.
Oh, don't bother. We'll take a rain check. Thank you, Bobcat.
By the way, my little Arnold,
Sherlock.
the same Sherlock who can't play basketball.
Who told you that?
Gorilla!
No, buddy. I didn't come up with that rumor. It was Warthog who told me about it.
Warthog, what a coincidence. We're just about to pay him a visit. He's gonna hear from me.
You want my boxing gloves? He should have talked then.
I think I'll interrogate him a little more gently, huh?
There we go. My house specialty, my famous Savannah mud.
You're right. It smells like
Horse dung? There's some in there along with some special ingredients with miraculous properties.
I'm sure. And what do you do with it?
I try to sell it. To Mrs. Hippo, for example. It'd be perfect for her salon. But she always turns me down. I don't get it. It's really great for fur. It's the only thing I use.
Really? I heard a rumor you took a lavender bath last week.
Mrs. Hippo spread that rumor around. But I'm allergic to soap and I never take a bath. It might get me clean. Yuck.
So you never use any of this kind of soap?
No. See for yourself. Just the smell makes me sick.
And do you hold it against Mrs. Hippo for having started that rumor about a lavender bath?
Well, sure, I do have my reputation. I bet you don't like that everyone knows you're no good at basketball.
You're the one who started that rumor.
Not at all. It was, well, I don't recall.
Too bad that scoundrel will hear from me. So, Hermione, your conclusions?
Well, I think we don't really care who started that rumor about you, right?
I meant the investigation. Who do you think soaped up Mrs. Hippo,
Well, for the time being, I have no idea.
Maybe because we haven't investigated all the suspects.
Hello there.
Hello again. So, did you find the culprit yet?
The investigation continues, Hyena, but don't mind us. Go ahead.
That's very practical.
And economical. When you're an art student like me, it's really good.
So you earn some pocket money as shampooer at Mrs. Hippo's salon. Are you happy working for her?
Sure. And I also babysit her children. And I draw portraits of the whole family. Mrs. Hippo just loves it.
You also like to draw her caricature.
I have to confess I don't like her spreading rumors about me, but I forgive her.
Thanks, Hyena. Hermione, guess what?
You know who's gossiping about you?
Sorry, no. But I do know who soaped up Mrs. Hippo. What about you, young detective? If you paid close attention, I'm sure you can figure it out. Let's go over the case. Someone put ocean mist liquid soap in Mrs. Hippo's toothpaste tube. She brushed her teeth with it, and her mouth keeps making bubbles. 3 people could definitely hold a grudge against her for all the gossip she spreads around. Bobcat, Hyena, and Warthog. But only one suspect did it. Which one? Actually, the case is simple. Bobcat, it's true you use ocean mist soap and you go to Mrs. Hippo's salon every day. But I wonder, could you actually have filled the toothpaste tube while you can't even fill up a cup of tea?
It's because I'm so old, my little Patrick.
Sherlock. Warthog, you're also a victim of Mrs. Hippo's gossip, and you regularly come to her salon to sell your creations. But you couldn't have done it since you're allergic to soap.
No one could get me to touch no soap.
No, the culprit is someone who has a grudge against Mrs. Hippo, and who's careful enough to fill the tube with soap. And who comes to the salon every day. Right, Hyena? For the culprit is you! That's right. You were annoyed with her because of her gossip about you. You came in one morning and filled the toothpaste tube with liquid soap. You then just waited for her to come to the salon and brush her teeth. You had your revenge.
Oh!
I confess it was me.
Oh, what treason! And you were my favorite shampooer. Good thing you're a better detective than a basketball player.
You're the one who spread that rumor.
Oh, no! I spread the rumor that you were married to Mrs. Penguin.
Is that really true, my little Arnold?
I've had it. I want to know who said I'm no good at basketball or I'll get really mad.
It was me.
Hermione?
You should try some blue nail polish.
Blue? Isn't that a little creepy?
Zombies are very in these days. Speaking of zombies, it seems that...
It seems that nothing at all. Right, Mrs. Hippo? Nothing at all. I have to do that 45 times a day.
Really, Hermione, I'm furious.
But I said I was sorry, Sherlock. I was talking basketball with Warthog, and I didn't think he'd repeat it to everyone.
Fine. I see. The big question is, are you ready to be forgiven?
Yeah, 3 points!
Don't you have some homework to do?
Don't worry, Sherlock. You'll practice, and when you make a basket, I'll go and tell everyone. Promise.